Hello, my name is Patrick DiMarco. I'm NASCAR Cup Program Manager for Ford Motor Company. We're here at Ford Championship Weekend in Homestead, Florida. We're going to take a look at the 2013 NASCAR Fusion. We as OEMs, meaning Toyota, Dodge, Chevrolet, and Ford, want to have the cars on the racetrack look like the cars that are in the showroom. And so we undertook a project 2 years ago to bring this to the fans and to our employees. And what we ended up with was, as you can see, a car that looks like the 2013 Fusion. There are two things that we started with. One was it had to be as safe as it currently was, so we kept the undercarriage and the chassis the same as the current car, and the competition had to be as good as it was, as good as it is right now. And by that I mean last year in particular at this race, Carl Edwards tied Tony Stewart and lost by a tiebreaker for the championship. This year Kyle Busch missed the chase by 3 points. So the competition's never been better. So we needed to keep the competition, keep the safety, but yet make it look like a Fusion. Once we got the greenhouse defined in the car, which is the A-pillar windshield, the angle of the windshield, the roof, and what that was, then we started working on the rest of the car. The major overall global differences of the car, other than the brand identity we put in it, was the greenhouse has 4 inches more forward rake on the windshield. The rear seat pillars are 2 inches narrower. The front overhang of the car is 2 inches longer, and the rear tail of the car is about, on average, 4 inches shorter. So we got the proportions more back to what the current cars on the street are like, to make it look like the race cars. On the greenhouse, the boxiness that we have with the car tomorrow that's on the racetrack is gone. So if you take a side view profile of the cars and you compare them to what's on the street, they're very similar. And when we overlaid all of the manufacturers' profile lines, we found out that everybody had a very similar profile, so it was easy to come to a conclusion to make the greenhouse common amongst all OEMs. The next thing we worked on was the nose, and as you can see in the nose area here, the nose and the hood and the fenders, that the hood actually has very good character lines, just like the 2013 Fusion road car. We got the detail of the lower fog light area. The grille is a 3D grille, plastic grille, that will be on the race car, just like it is on the production car. Our 2013 race car version of the grille almost fits perfectly into the production car. The lower nose inlet, you can see the detail of the radiator opening that we have. That's the same and very similar on the current production car. And if you look at the sides of the race car, the character line that runs down the side of this race car is the identical character line that's in the 2013 Fusion that's on the road today. So not only were we able to get more brand identity into the front of the car, we're able to bring it to the side of the car and all the character lines associated with it. NASCAR has mandated that the manufacturers now supply the entire sheet metal and outer surface of the car to the teams. So all of the glass is all OEM specific. So our glass will look different than Chevy's glass and Dodge's glass. Our quarter windows and silhouette, the DLO of the car, as they call it, is very close to what is on the 2013 Fusion. So we actually used the designers from our design studio that designed the current Mustang on the road today. Those designers actually designed this race car. So in conjunction with the designers and our aerodynamicists at Ford Racing and the OEM group that we had working at the racetrack, we developed a package for NASCAR that brought the brand identity back to NASCAR. So we put the stock back in stock car. One of the things in our research that we found is that the fans want something to root for. And the drivers are obviously the number one thing out there that they root for, but they also root for the manufacturers. And when we went to the car tomorrow, we took the manufacturers out of it. So you didn't have the manufacturer, the fan out there that's a Chevy fan rooting for the Chevys and the Ford fan rooting for the Fords because they liked what the cars looked like on the road, or it inspired them that there's a Fusion on the racetrack, the same thing that they drive at home. The cars were very bland, all look alike, cookie cutters. And so to us as a manufacturer, it's very important that the fan base is out there rooting for the cars that are in the showroom.